Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nexus Commentaries. Tonight we have for you a very special Division B West playoff series of Phoenix Rising Onyx versus Lurk Patrol. So this is the semifinals. The winner of this match will go on to face the winner of You Are Not Alone versus Deviled Kegs in the Coastal Final next week. Sorry, I was reading the chat. They were kind enough to wait for me, so they're here now, about ready to go. So so I'll go over the information real quick, and then we'll let the teams go ahead and get started. So, Lurk Patrol is the higher seed, if I remember correctly, because they won the tiebreaker. No, Phoenix Rising Onyx was seed 2. All right, so Phoenix Rising Onyx won the one coin flip automatically because they were the higher seed. So they opted for first pick. I actually need to double check that I have the teams on the wrong side. So, shoot, click the wrong button. Close that instead of swapping teams. Just need to get that overlay back up here. Alright. Did swap them up. Alright, so, Phoenix Rising won coin flip automatically because they were C2. They opted for first pick, which gave Matt pick over to Lurk Patrol. The BAMs were Cursed, Ultrac Pass, Dragonshire, and Braxis, which were Cursed and Ultrac Pass were banned out by Lurk Patrol, Dragonshire and Braxis banned out by Pro. The first map we're going to is Infernal Shrines, and until the teams were ready, because they were already waiting long enough. So the Infernal Shrines is the first map. You gotta be able to clear the objective. You gotta be able to fight early and often. For the objective, you gotta get the double soak going bot lane tenderly. Sorry, that blank screen was because I didn't let the OBS find the game earlier. Alright, so we're here now, and we are ready to rumble. Lurk Patrol of Phoenix Rising Onyx, Game 1. Well, Don's the first ban out. Not too bad, not too bad. It's a pretty solid ban, honestly. Just overall, decent at the map, decent at just about everything here. Ariel banned out because Ariel is considered busted by majority of the HOTS population currently. The next one's Kael'thasser, double mage band coming out from Phoenix Rising. Trying to limit those, limit the wave clear options and shrine clear options from mages. There's Lunara ban out against Pro. And there's the first pick, Blaze, of course, because Pro has played Blaze 18 games so far this season, I believe. I believe that's the correct number, 18. Sonya HANZO coming out from Lurk Patrol. Sonya able to spin to win on those points. And there's Chromie and JOHANNA. This draft is moving really fast. We're not really getting much of an opportunity to talk about each individual pick. Chromie's really good poke. W is able to clear decently well from a distance. Also has the time hourglasses that are able to freeze people. So able to limit the approachable options here coming out from Lurk Patrol. Sylvanas banned out makes sense. Sylvanas is really good once you win an objective. This ban will probably be a tank ban since they have all their tanks here on the side of Phoenix Rising. HANZO's a little interesting. We'll probably end up going Q build to help with Shrine Clear instead of trying to read out W, which you need 16 before he'd actually be able to Shrine Clear very fast. There's the ETC ban now, of course, the tank ban against Lurk Patrol. There's the Anduin pickup, and this should be their tank. I guess they could pick DPS here if they wanted to secure something in the mage category, is generally what they're probably looking for. Could go for a Junkrat potentially. And gonna opt for Diablo, so they're just gonna pick up their tank here. Diablo's not a bad pickup with the Anduin, able to pull him out if he goes too deep. Also, light bomb charge for good long CC chain. I had an extra bow tie in my pocket. All right. This should be, well, this will be healer plus other DPS here on the side of Phoenix Rising. They get a sustain healer, or sustain damage is what they're looking for, most likely, plus the healer. It's going to be Thrall, Stukov. So a lot of CC options coming up from them. Sunder, potentially Earthquake, potentially from Thrall, plus his root. You have Stukov Silence, which is one of the most obnoxious CCs in the game. Johanna, Blaze, all the fun stuff there on the side of Phoenix Rising Onyx. It's nice to try to say the full name every now and then, because most of the time it just gets abbreviated to Pro. And there's a last pick Maiev. There's a lot of CC on the side of Pro for that Maiev to dive into, but Maiev will be able to get potentially a lot of resets off this heavy frontline comp coming out of Phoenix Rising. Plus, I mean, if you dive him hard, I mean, it's gonna be hard. It's hard to peel for a Chromie who doesn't have any mobility, if that's the playstyle you opt to go into here. Game 1 about to start of Lurk Patrol versus Phoenix Rising Onyx, Division B West semifinals playoffs. Let's go ahead and introduce the teams. We have on Lurk Patrol Ace playing Maiev, Hyde F playing Sonya, FPS Nate on Diablo, Gunny playing HANZO, and Actor playing Anduin. And on the side of Phoenix Rising Onyx, we have Goku on Chromie, Chernobyl playing Johanna, Chronovast on Blaze, Kurama on Thrall, and Sailor Twift playing Stukov. Alright, go ahead and zoom out, pull up talents here. Put our camera right here, because this is where they're most likely going to meet instantly. We'll go ahead and see if anyone have any pre-game rituals. Nope, these teams are kind of boring. They are saying good luck, have fun though. Alright, Bonds of Justice, Warpaint from Sonya, able to trade, sustain camps a little bit better with that one. I'll say block, which is pretty common as well. Doubles do. It is going to be the Q build HANZO come out. I literally have never played that build. Refuse to do so. Bold strategy on Anduin to try and get both those talents. Once again, the first time for Chromie. Common, hold your ground. New habits. Rolling Thunder. Trying out that talent, I guess, after all the buffs is received. Here comes the engage, and this Diablo's already in trouble. Doesn't have souls yet, but he's going to be pulled out by Anduin. Big 3-man tether coming out from Maiev. Already up to 2 stacks off of 1 W. FPS Nate going to tap now. And there's an hourglass here that he needs to be careful of. They do have vision of it. Maiev is going to scout that out a little bit, but jump over it and tether Chernobyl back a little bit. Meanwhile, Anduin's in the bot lane already, and Diablo's going to fall. I thought he was going to get out, so I didn't watch. Anduin now going to be in trouble if they're able to get some CC going on him. There's the slow. Going to look for maybe a silence. Nope. Alright, they're just going to let him stay back there a little bit. Maiev and HANZO still in the mid lane. There's still... that's how they spotted the hourglass, the Sonic hero. Duh. Extra hourglasses coming out from Chromie, who at level 2 gets her level 4 talent. Because her passive lets her do things like that. Blaze is already down here in the mid lane, gonna stun out the Maiev, and they're gonna do a 5-man invade on the enemy's siege camp here at level 2. They're gonna miss some XP here in the top lane, as Sonya's gonna get some wall damage. But this is basically gonna say guaranteed to get that camp because it's 5 members there for Lurk Patrol. Maiev is going out and just going to get deleted here. Diablo's now going to back off. Still doesn't really have, only has 4 souls on Diablo. Not that tanky at all just yet. Down to 12 health, and we'll go ahead and fall down. That is the 2nd death already on Diablo. Now the teams are, Blaze is here in the mid. He's going to clean that up, so that way his team can get bottom camp here on the side of Pro. But it is, again, missing a lot of XP top. But they're ahead because they're up 3 kills. They can afford to greed out some of these options. As Pro is going to go ahead and take bottom, Sailor Swift is going to back from mana. They actually haven't even taken any of their camps yet. They've taken a neutral camp, because it's in the middle, therefore neutral. And they've taken the enemy camp, because it's on their side. It's Conviction coming out from JOHANNA here at 4. You can go ahead and get some of that extra movement speed, a little bit better for the engages. Explosive Arrows, of course, coming out from HANZO. Inner Fire for that extra attack speed. Blade Dance for the physical build. It looks like going to come out from my Ev here. They're missing a gate and almost a whole tower here already in the top lane because of how much time High Def had up here on that Sonya for free. Going to go into the Whirlwind build. A proper greeting coming out from Chromie, so damaging someone who's under CC, which they have plenty of on the side of Pro. They will be able to get extra damage earlier on. Now Pro will go ahead and pick up their siege camp here. They already got their bruiser camp, and now the bruiser camp picked up here on the side of Lurk Patrol. Not sure whose will win here, because this is the wave, but they're under towers. Actually, it's gonna be this one. This one's gonna win. This one will eventually get cleared because this one won't be taking damage in the back. Meanwhile, though, on this objective we have 14 or 13, I guess. I thought they were gonna clear another one there while I was saying it. 13 here on the side of Pro. Lurk Patrol up to 7. Sonic Arrow gonna come out and scout out JOHANNA. They're waiting for the Blaze here, which is pretty smart on their part. Don't want to engage 5v4 when you don't have to. That's how Lurk Patrol lost 2 of their deaths already to Pro. And here's going to be the time stop onto my Ev, but she's going to be able to jump over it and then blink out. Here comes the engage now, coming in from Pro, barely missing out on the stun there from Blaze. 2 tether there to my Ev as she's trying to walk out. There's the Q. Resets coming out, though, down to 290 health. She's going to keep jumping, though, down to 80 health before she blinks out. As Pro is going to move in, they're up to 36. They're just going to finish clearing now, 39 and 40. That's going to be the first objective, and a Mortar Punisher going over to the side of Phoenix. Rising Onyx as they take the first objective of this series. Now they also have 7 talent advantage coming out, and Chromie is just 1 level away from her ultimate. As now there's the big silence, and Roots coming out. That's a lot of CC and Actor there. He'll be unable to heal through it, and he will go down. That is 4-0 kills here on the side of Pro. They actually went around here. Notice that they left all of the front walls. So their exit plan is basically here. Actually, Hanzo's going to get jumped on by the Punisher. He's going to get John Cena. He's going to jump out with 29 health. They will not be able to catch up in time. I'm going to try to use the Chromie W, but it's not going to be enough, as well as the flashlight. Now they're going to look to leave here on the side of Pro, but they have these awkward towers here. They're going to go ahead and steal with the camp. They did exit out through this avenue as predicted. There's the Dragon Hungers. We're going to get some of the talents now from Lurk Patrol's 7s. Sonya, again, up here, just getting the free farm. We're going to keep showing that. And now we're going to get a pause come out. Got some lag coming out claims. Some lag claims from Pro. Gives me a moment to catch my breath. They put the pedal to the metal, and they've been going at it since second 1. How you all doing tonight? How are you all doing? I did not get marked as referee, so I will not have to unpause in case you're wondering that. Just have to keep an eye on it. Chromie does have her ultimate unlocked. She did hit level 8 before the pause, but she has not picked it yet, so we can't talk about it. There is no cleanse on the side of Lurk Patrol, but they do have Anduin Pool, which is an 80-second cleanse and pool. I can't speak to them, so we'll just go ahead and show the game again until they go ahead and pause. I have the language filter on, so we're not going to see any of this. Good, count in. Go ahead. 3, 2, 1. And we're back into the action here on Lurk Patrol versus Phoenix Rising Onyx as they continue to push forward here. Seed 2 versus Seed 3. Not really a whole lot of upsets here in Division B West. Actually, I don't know if we had any upsets. Is Devil Kegs being soaked upset according to the standings? I don't know. I don't know. But they were able to pick up the bottom camp here. Maev was waiting to see if anyone rotated. He actually keeps crossing this hourglass, but doesn't know it. Blaze is going to finish his globe quest. He's going to have 2 seconds of unstoppable whenever he uses Pyromania. It was Pyro something. Moving up here in the bot lane, going to clean up that camp. And looks like a potential gank here onto Sonya. Chromie's going to go ahead and show herself here. Got the rewind going here. Boom. Rewind into the stun silence combo. And that's just a dead Sonya. That's a dead any character. The only person who maybe gets out there is Deathwing, because he can't be rewound. At this level, at least. Uther gets out at 10, because he can just de-shield it. But anyways, that's going to be all of top wall going over to Pro. Blaze is going to start rotating out while Lurk Patrol tries to trade out bottom wall. Diablo is still working. He's at 70 souls now. He's a little bit tankier than he was in the early game, so won't be dying as quick. They're going to use Hourglasses here to tank for them while they wait for the minion wave. Pretty smart play coming up from Pro here, using that Chromie ability to secure the top fort. Next objective is going to be this one right here. So keep an eye on that, because not having this well or building is going to hurt Lurk Patrol quite handsomely. There's Chrono Vast on the Blaze, going to die for it there on Gunny's HANZO, was unable to catch it in time, and now Aces might be in trouble. Here's JOHANNA scouts him out. He's going to be able to dismount him. He's going to get the Blessed Shield on, but it's the Anduin pool's going to save him. Anduin is really good at saving one person like every 80 seconds. Here comes the rewind onto Diablo. There's a Light Bomb though in time, as 10s are picked up here on the side of Lurk Patrol as well. And they're already being used. There's the Bunker, Stukov, and Blaze currently in it. The Maiev ulti going to knock some people around, but it's the Earthquake. Chromo Vast there getting kind of low onto throw. He's going to end up falling there as the root on JOHANNA, but there was a silence there. Now it's the Blaze Oil going to slow people down. Maiev is going to back there with about 320 health. And now we have Full Soul Diablo, one of the tankiest characters in the game. Third highest health bar. Second highest health bar? Don't know. I think he's less than Deathwing and Stitches, even with full souls. But he is above Cho'Gall. Only when he has full souls. That's Diablo. Now you're going to have Pro up here. They're going to find Maiev first, and Sonya is trying to go on the objective. Will she be able to blink in time? She will. Barely missing the root silence combo there. Well, it's not even a root silence combo yet, because they're not 13 yet on the side of Pro. They're only level 11. This is a frozen Punisher, so whoever picks up will be able to push pretty hard with it. If you know anything about Pro, Blaze is going to end up falling down. If you know anything about Pro, they ideally try to end with the second objective. They're very, very aggro with that second objective. We're going to go ahead and pick up the Bruiser camp here, so the top lane will push out and they can get some vision. Chromie's going bot. We're going to try to look for 13, potentially re-engage with it, or just concede it, because there is actually a decent amount of clear here from that Sonya HANZO duo coming out here on the side of Lurk Patrol. Here comes the Bruiser camp. Now Maiev is able to push up the lane a little bit. They have vision on Joe and Chromie, so she knows she's safe enough to at least push forward enough to put some damage on this building. Here comes the Frozen Punisher. Second objective will go over to Lurk Patrol. Can they tie up some of the structured damage that Pro has been putting out all game? Let's find out. Here we go. Now they're hitting the... So Pro's just going to concede the fort. Makes sense. They had no wall, no well. Just give the fort. Sonya's already rotating pretty far out, though. They're looking for the late game here on the side of Lurk Patrol, it seems. Drag it out. Look for one solid late game fight here. Ace is going to scout out, but not quite enough. There's going to be the flashlight. They're going to use the time stop, actually, to dodge a lot of that damage there. And instead, Goki is going to be the one punched in the face by the Punisher. Here comes the rewind onto Diablo, and the silence going out, but no follow-up damage otherwise, as the Chromie and Thrall continue to beat on the Frozen Punisher. And then it's a double jump. It's going to make it really hard for Pro to chase them down there, since they got dismounted and stunned out for just a little bit, as 13s are now picked up by both teams. It is time out, of course, for Chromie. Holy Fury, Fuel Leak, Frost with Grace. Yeah, that's the root from Stukov. Just kind of harbor a lot of these talents here so you have a chance to see them. If you want, Diablo has yet to pick his 13. So likely it would have been the... I think Charge Quest is still the common one there. 25 seconds for Chromie at level 1 before she gets another one. Maiev here cut out a little bit in the back, but she's going to be able to get out. There's a big 5-man arrow coming out from the HANZO, but not quite able to land the APOC follow-up. There's a rewind onto Diablo to be able to peel him off the back line. They're actually going to go ahead and use the Anduin pool to get him out and leave Sonya behind. Sonya's going to go down. There's the big Maiev ult coming out onto 3, but is there no follow-up damage? There isn't. Instead, Chromie's going to pick out HANZO up here, as now the rest of the team. Blaze is going to jump forward as the time stop onto Maiev. Is going to secure Maev's fate as well, and now Pro will go ahead and invade this camp once again, the first time. I just wanted to use the name of that talent in the cast there because they had it. So I kind of forced it. It said that I had to hover it though to figure it out. Alright, well Goku's going to finish up clearing up that bottom camp there that Lurk Patrol was able to get. Excuse me. And Pro's going to take their camp here as well. And that's going to be a lot of continuous map pressure from these camps coming out from the side of Pro. Especially with the constant invades. Oh, we have a slight moment here. Go ahead and get a drink. Stay hydrated. It's important. We go ahead and clear out the middle camp here. They are spread out a little bit on the side of Pro. Sonya is doing the Bruiser camp here. Now it looks like they're going to try to wrap around here on Lurk Patrol, but only with 2 members. There's the time stop. It's going to go ahead and catch Diablo. Are they going to do anything else? They're going to go ahead and rewind back onto the silence. Here comes the combo. It's actually mistimed. It doesn't really land there onto him. Mav is trying to get out. It gets rooted, but we'll get out in the end. Both teams just trading a little bit there. Nothing big. The time stop, or not time stop, rewind, coming out from Kuromi is probably the biggest thing used. And it's important to note that means that Lurk Patrol might have a small window here, but it's Johanna wrap around there onto 3. They're going to be able to get a big combo there onto 2 with the Blessed Shield. Going to root silence them as well. That's deleting Hanzo and Anduin. There's no fight potential here now for Lurk Patrol. Even pulling 2 people into towers, they're going to root out the Diablo as well, but luckily he has enough souls that he's taking. Blaze is going to go ahead and back, probably going to go top and clean that camp up. While the rest of the members of Phoenix Rising Onyx will go for the 3rd objective of the game, which will be Arcane. As they file in here on the side of Pro. It looks like Chromie's going to look to finish off this tower. Whoever gets this gets a fort, because there's most of these walls are down. So no matter what, whoever wins this objective gets at least a fort. Blaze is waiting. He's going to go top now. The members are starting to respawn here on the side of Lurk Patrol. Sonya's still in the bot lane here. They're looking for 16s before they can go in and really fight this. Might end up having to concede the whole objective, which will make it rather difficult for them to defend here as they're getting 16s right now, but they still have 2 members in the bot lane. Looks like they're going to go ahead and concede the whole objective as there's already 37 picked up here on the side of Phoenix Rising. So he's going to grab that bottom camp rather quickly and then try to back and help defend the keep. Are they going to wrap around? It looks like there's a little bit of disjoint here, and if they wanted to fight behind the Punisher or just defend it, they're going to go ahead and defend it because they didn't have Sonya there. So Hyde is on his way up here. As there's the jump onto Diablo, he's going to get pulled and then rewind though back in, but it doesn't matter. There's no follow up there. As here comes the APOC with the Hanzo arrow. They're actually getting Maiev resets. Here comes the light bomb, unable to land on anyone due to the Stukov slapback. Ace is looking to potentially go farther in. They're going to pop Earthquake here on the side of Pro as 3 members are still trying to burn this Punisher down. The fort goes down. The Punisher should have jump available now. Now? It's rather soon. Maybe it jumped while I wasn't looking. There's the jump onto 2 while the Stukov silence was underneath. That's pretty devastating. Johanna getting a little low here on the side. They're doing all kinds of pinball there with the throw, but he's going to be able to be okay. There comes the bunker out from Blaze. He's going to keep down a couple things. Gonna go ahead. Actually, you can get out while the animation's going. It's fun. Fun little fact for you there. They're gonna go ahead and instantly invade the camp here on the side of Pro. Secure that once again for themselves. This camp is pushing up again. Blaze is gonna go do that while the rest of the members of Pro are gonna work on their camp here. Lurk Patrol just kind of cleaning up messes once again. That camp is gone. No bye-bye Chromie, because that talent was removed on her last rework. Sad. Bye-bye was a fun talent. Now they're going to go ahead and defend this other camp here on the side of Lurk Patrol. And Pro, it looks like, is going to go for their Bruiser camp, unbeknownst that Ace is right here. They're about to scout him out, though. They see him now. How much can they get? They have the rewind on him. He's under the silence as well, but there's the Anduin pull. Apparently Anduin can pull him while he's in the air. Did not know that. What a fun interaction. We're learning all kinds of interactions here tonight. There's the light wall coming out, some of the extra sustain there from Anduin. Here comes a... Didn't quite land the stun there from Blaze. Maiev is going to drop there in the back to the Chromie. Here comes the APOC going to land onto just Stukov as timeout was used by Chromie. But it doesn't really matter as it's the members of Lurk Patrol that are falling down meanwhile as they're stuck and clumped and all that CC's coming out. They almost could have popped the time trap there. and maybe even catch HANZO at the very end. Here comes Diablo, we got a soul reset. Not as tanky, not really tanky at all anymore. There's the root combo from Stukov. They're going to run forward on him with that convection on JOHANNA, pull him back a little bit, unable to get him even quite to half. He's going to go ahead and tap all the way back up to full. There's just something to Blaze. Pro's though potentially looking to end. Here comes the rewind onto Anduin, but the root going to keep Blaze from landing his stun once again. After doing a good job of trying to deny that engage whenever he can. The silence onto him as well from the Stukov. They're just going to back off here on the side of Pro as they're getting low and all the members are starting to respawn here. Sailor Swift getting a little low there, but there's the level 20 coming out from JOHANNA. They're going to turn around and fight once again with the 20 advantage. Light Bomb going to be used, but not going to be able to land on anyone once again as the disengage comes out from Pro, and they're able to back away. Meanwhile, Bruiser Camp took all of top wall with a double kata that it's stacked with here. They're going to go up here on the side of Pro, meanwhile, or Lurk Patrol. Pro is meanwhile going to go for the bottom camp and position themselves to get this Punisher, which we don't know. Frozen. It's gonna be a Frozen Punisher, which will make pushing down this a lot easier if you're Pro, and this if you're Lurk Patrol. Winner of this objective, I'm calling it right now, wins the game. Game 1 will go to whoever wins this objective, which right now it looks to be Pro, as Lurk Patrol is still looking for level 20s. They could defend. It's not going to be impossible to defend this by any means, but it will be difficult, especially if you're still down 20s. Looks like they're going to opt to potentially fight down 20s. They're going to move the Hourglass out of the way. Start scouting out here. Ace is in the back here. He's got time warped. He's going to get time loops. He's going to jump. And then the big Anduin pull once again as the Apox going to land. Here comes the Light Bomb. He's going to land on the 3 as well. They're able to CC well enough. The rolls are already down on the side of Pro. There's a big 4-man stun coming out from Blaze as he's going to drop Bunker to body block the members of Lurk Patrol from coming in. Chromie does have her Q. She's going to look to keep poking here on the side. And is Pro going to engage 4v5? They do still have 20 advantage. There's the big root combo. They're going to kill Maev off. Now it's a 4v4. It's 12-20 advantage still on the side of Pro as Lurk Patrol's trying to maybe back off here. Diablo's getting low. They're on an Hourglass. They don't realize it just yet. They're going to keep the Sonya here, or JOHANNA. JOHANNA's getting low, but so is Sonya. Both of them getting low there. Here comes another engage by Diablo. He's going to go ahead and finish his level 13 quest. The Frozen Punisher picked up here on the side of Pro. They're still on an Hourglass, and they don't seem to realize it. Of course, now they do because they have vision of it. Ector's going to be the next to fall here, getting separated out from the rest of his team there. All the CC options coming up from Pro has been devastating this game. Well, the Bruiser Camp is pushing for the side of Lurk Patrol. If they're able to defend, maybe they'll have a win condition they can go use it. They're also able to wipe. But this game could just be over with this Frozen Punisher. It's down to 89 health, but they don't have Maev for another 10, and they don't have a healer for 30. There's the rewind onto the Sonya. She's rooted. She was in the silence down to 13. She's going to die to an auto attack from Chromie. They're going to go ahead and skip the keep now because the Punisher got pulled back to the core. Going to jump onto 2, but they're just using the Bunker for the DPS down to 90% here on the core. Maev is in there. She's able to get stunned and silenced though and rooted, and she's going to go down once again. There's a big HANZO arrow. Going to be able to finish off JOHANNA, but it's not going to be enough as the Punisher still have 40% health, and they still have only 25% on core, 20% on core left. And there they go, game 1, going over to the side of Phoenix Rising Onyx. It was a fun game. Alrighty, here on the side of Lurk Patrol, it's actually HANZO, the #1 DPS. By a good chunk. Good chunk there. Self-healing forces over Sonya, and then Diablo. You know, Sonya got a lot of time up in the top lane in the early game to herself. Actually still lost out on XP to Blaze, but a lot of that's due to this kill differential there. Whew. If you're Lurk Patrol, you chose that map. It's not... Probably doesn't feel that great. It never feels great to lose maps you pick. Could opt for first pick and look for something more comfortable. Maybe grab the JOHANNA for themselves, a solid frontline tank. Could opt for map pick again and try to take them somewhere that they're comfortable on. Maybe a Towers of Doom, where some of those early invades could happen, but they're more expected to happen. All kinds of fun things you could do. Yeah, first pick or map pick are the options really. right now in the hands of Lurk Patrol. Who knows? They could opt for either one. Honestly, either one can make sense here, in my opinion. You could go for first pick, go for that solid pick, maybe look to get a Deathwing or an Ariel or something through draft. Really, the big issues here is the amount of CC that each team is bringing. And Pro just brought it all. Pro brought all the CC. And it's just a matter of, can Lurk Patrol figure out a way to handle all that CC? I think the best thing for them to draft is probably the Stukov for themselves. Get a solid Stukov for the silences to just kind of zone out in the early game. And then later on at 10, you can get the swipes for disengage and just try to set the pace for yourself. Or Deckard. Deckard would actually be amazing here for Lurk Patrol. If they play Deckard, this is the game for Deckard for Lurk Patrol. You have roots, you have slows, you have anti-heal, you can have the dive mini potions, you could have a bigger slow. If you wanted to go into gems, some of the gems, parts of the gems, you could pick up like extra slow and then mini potions, and then be like, your cube also just says that they don't do damage for a little bit at 7. Then you have silences, and Deckard would just give them phenomenal zone control that Lurk Patrol would need for some of these heavy engages coming out from Pro. I think that should be their path. I think they should pick a good map that they're comfortable on, and then pick up a Deckard and maybe a Johanna. I think they could handle a lot of the draft that came out from Pro. Maybe not the Chromie so much, but the rest of that draft, I feel like they could handle if they had a good disengage option. Because that was the big difference there. Is Pro could engage whenever they wanted, but so could Lurk Patrol. But Pro could also just disengage with the Stukov options from the back line, be able to self-peel, be able to peel for the whole team with the arm slaps. And I think that was the major difference between the two teams, was just the ability to disengage. Diablo's not great for disengage. Alright, Lurk Patrol has not stated what they wanted yet, so we are still waiting on that from them. They may have had to go use the bathroom. Don't know. What do you guys think? Should Lurk Patrol go for first pick or map pick here? There's a 60-second delay, so now I have to wait like a minute. Alright, so it seems like Lurk Patrol is most likely gonna be picking first pick, but alright. Put up a whisper to the right person. Oh, there we go. Alright, so Lurk Patrol opted for first hero pick. Map pick went over to Phoenix Rising, which, if you know anything about Phoenix Rising, means you already know which map we're on. Volskaya Foundry. Alright, so Volskaya Foundry means you have to have point control for the objective. You gotta control that zone for a specific amount of time till it ticks all the way up. You have to have good camp clear because you want those mini objectives that come in the form of items. You have the turn camp, the healing camp. Siege camp is kind of not that big deal. This map is pretty meh. Obviously, left unattended for half an hour, it's pretty solid. But even left unattended for like half or 3/4 of an objective usually don't make that much of a difference. But you need to be able to do that, and it's a solid show goal map. If one of the teams wanted to opt to be a little bit spicy, pick up the Cho'Gall, they can Waves in NA Division S. But I think the most important thing for Lurk Patrol is disengage options. Pro is a very aggressive team. Very aggressive. They will run you down as fast as they can, as quickly as they can, and they will just get in your face over and over again. And I think the most important thing that Lurk Patrol can do is pick something, any hero they feel comfortable on, for disengage. Gazlo, Probius, zone controllers would work here as well. But most importantly, I'm looking for their support, Ector, to pick something that helps this team disengage. He will be in the back line. He did a good job not getting caught up in the engages too much, but needs to have something that can peel for his team, I think, a little bit better. Of note, Hide F joined this lobby. Instead, it looks like Lurk Patrol is swiding out Hide F for Harnik. So we will see. We're still waiting on one more player here. Or we are ready to go into Game 2 of Lurk Patrol versus Phoenix Rising Onyx. Hope you all had a good day. Hope you all continue to have a good day. Hope it gets better. No matter how good your day was, I hope it gets better. You had a great day. A fantastic day. You got engaged today. One, while you're watching this, you just got engaged. You should be out celebrating. But two, I hope something else happens and just is even better. No matter what happened to you today, I hope the rest of your day, however long that is, it's better than it was. That's what we're going with here. This is that awkward part where it takes so long between the two games that you just kind of don't know what to talk about anymore. Alright. Gunny has joined the lobby, so we will inform them that we are ready. Pro is ready. I am ready as your caster. I hope you are ready, because we're not going to be waiting for all of you to tell us that you're ready. As soon as Lurk Patrol says they're ready, we'll go ahead and get started into Game 2, Volskaya Foundry, Lurk Patrol versus Phoenix Rising Onyx. I like to keep repeating it because in case new people come in. Ace is saying that they're ready, so we're gonna go ahead and get started into Draft 2 of Phoenix Rising Onyx versus Lurk Patrol. Volskaya Foundry. Phoenix Rising up 1-0 currently. Can they take the 2-0 sweep? Will Lurk Patrol have the epic reverse sweep? Stay tuned to find out. First band coming out here from the side of Lurk Patrol, because they did opt for first pick, will be none other than revealed in the next 30 seconds. Could be the Blaze. Picked it 19 times now, I believe. It's going to be Lunara again. I believe Yana is actually the people that started doing that. They started banning the Lunara from. There's going to be the KT ban. Now it's going to be the Stukov ban coming out from Lurk Patrol, saying that's the issue. Stukov. Stukov is extra annoying on this map. Able to put a silence down in one of the entrances to the objective and say, not here. It's going to be the Gul'dan band. So 2 mage bands coming out from Pro once again, the KT Gul'dan. And the first pick, Lurk Patrol wanted none other than either Ariel or Deathwing, most likely. Show me the Deathwing. I think they should pick Deathwing over. They're going to go for Ariel. That's fine, because I think Pro doesn't play Deathwing. They're going to go Blaze Chromie once again, and now Lurk Patrol can just go Deathwing. They get Deathwing and Ariel. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Do it. Do it. They're going to go Johanna Lurk. I think there's going to be a Deathwing free draft. I think the last draft was too, actually, now that I think about it. There's going to be the Aurak band coming out from Pro. So it's not the Dagard, but they got the Ariel. I think Lurk Patrol is feeling happy with it, because now when Chromie rewinds and gets a pick off, they can just res that target and they can still keep fighting. Again, they could also just go Aegis to cleanse it if they wanted to. There's going to be the ETC ban. It will be interesting to see. I think they'll go main tank Arthas potentially here on the side of Pro. They've played it more than a handful of times. Lurk Patrol can't go into Gul'dan, so maybe Vault. They're going to go Sylvanas TYRAEL. So main tank TYRAEL coming out on the side of Pro. Blaze is their offlane option. Unless they go for Cheese. They've done that too. But Sir Noble is their tank player and is currently on the TYRAEL. But they could swap. Always have that option here in tournament draft to swap picks after draft. And the last 2 picks coming out from Lurk Patrol are none other than Li Ming and the Deathwing, saying, "Ha, we got it now. We got the Deathwing." And they're forced into a healer pick here on the side of Pro. I think they could do Judgment Light Bomb on the side of Pro, and I like it. I like the option. They could just go Sank. They could Sank Bunker and just go all the defensive options here. Holy Word Salvation doesn't even look too bad here. If anyone wants to try to greed that talent out. As we enter into Game 2 of Lurk Patrol versus Phoenix Rising Onyx, up 1 game on the side of Pro. We have Ace on Li Ming, FPS Nate on Johanna, Gunny playing Deathwing, Ector on Ariel, and Harnack playing Leoric. On the side of Phoenix Rising Onyx, we have Goku playing Chromie, Kurama on Savannah, Sailor, Twift playing Anduin, Sir Noble on TYRAEL, and Krinovast playing Blaze once again. Timed that pretty well. We entered into the game here. Let's see that Blaze pick the Globe Quest at 1. Boom, done. New habits in the books. It's like this guy plays as Blaze a handful of times this season. On Fearling Shadows, we'll see if who's on Sylvanas again? Kurama is able to get the 9,001 stacks required to complete the quest. And that Consume Vitality. Going to Panic Might. Interesting. I don't think that's the pick I would have gone here, honestly. But it's not like it's a bad pick. It does give him auto attack lifesteal on the Deathwing. He's going to come out the stun. It actually landed on 2 there. Put out the little lava pool, bubbly, bubbly, bubbly. And Ace is here on the side, throwing orbs and whatnot to it. Does go Force Armor to help get some spell armor here against that Chromie. And Sylvanas, both of which are pretty heavy spell damage oriented. 4-man Deathwing seems to be a classic that a lot of people here are starting to favor a little bit more than the offlane. Though he is able to offlane in certain matchups quite decently. He did favor the Leoric down there. It's Harnack there. Of note, instead of Hide F, which was the offlane pick last time, not even in this game. Hide F, if you're out there, hello. Welcome to the stream. I don't know if Hide F was the sub or not. I don't know what that happened there. Anyways, you have Camp's going to be picked up here. You have Sylvanas. You have Sylvanas Anduin over here. Sylvanas Anduin over here. Li Ming, Ariel on the side of Lurk Patrol going to pick up their camp here. Let's see. You have the Blaze Zone out. This is nice. This is solid sub. Anti-invade here on the side. It's going to be slightly faster there on the Lurk Patrol, who did rotate a little bit faster, of note. It makes sense. So it's really about dead even on the speed at which they took that. Meanwhile, you do continue to have Johanna and Deathwing here rotating back and forth, getting that XP. Able to do it really rapidly. That is a lot more wave clear than I probably would have just blindly guessed here. Johanna groups them, and then you have the Q come out from Deathwing. Here he goes again. Boop. And then that's that. It does take a lot of Deathwing's energy, but he doesn't really care. Here's Forrest picked up on the side of Lurk Patrol, and Chromie, of course, already has hers as well. Opted for more time travel once again. Dragon's Ear on the side of Deathwing. Not a bad pick. He's gonna, I mean, he's at 40 now, but he could potentially take a lot of poke later on. Of course, it's that talent for Ming. Could still opt for Calamity at 7, or could opt for 4. Or build. I think if Li Ming goes or build, they do not have enough kill pressure here on the side of Lurk Patrol. I think it would be a mistake. I think she needs Calamity here on Ming. And because she does, I think she should have gone into Dominance just to try to keep herself alive from like the Savant's damage that she'll be taking when she dives in. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she could go full orb, and we'll see that. Internal retaliation here on Johanna, a little bit extra mana, a little bit extra CDR. Of course, Merc Queen picked up will be able to boost the power of that turret when Kurama drops it here on the objective. We do have the first objective up. Teams are just kind of positioning around, poking up here. It's going to be kind of hard to out-sustain an Ariel, because no mana, and as long as you're trading a little bit of damage, able to generate enough energy to keep yourself up. It looks like Pro's going to go ahead and opt to go for top clear. Just give up a little bit of point power here. Ace is going to move up there a little bit as well. Opt to do a little bit of the same. Chunked Goku for about third. Rama, though, is the one in trouble here, down to half here, as Ming's going to go ahead and push up here just a little bit, trying to get a little bit tricky. Actually accidentally procced the support camp there. Ace got a little bit of damage done as well, as 7s are now picked up on the side of Lurk Patrol. Should be able to use this to finish off this objective with that 7 advantage. Oh, never mind, 7 advantage is gone. It is going to be Calamity here on the side of Ming, as she has to blink out. Here comes the turn boosted by Merc Queen. It's going under on the Johanna, and the Lurk is going to have to go away. I need to be careful not to accidentally select someone here. So now it's going to be Lurk Patrol's opportunity here to give over some of that percentage on the objective. See what they opt to do when they do it. So they cleared a little bit of bot. They should pick up their turn here as well. Their turn's picked up on the side of Pro. Will Pro opt to invade here? Or they just focus more on the waves and objective? It looks like they're going to stay on the objective. They're a little late to invade. Deathwing is in the air. I was trying to figure out where. I knew there was a member missing. So he does have the Skyfall. He can definitely land now, because he's been gone for longer than 8. As the first turn that Pro dropped is timing out. Here comes the Deathwing going to land. There's the Sun onto Blaze. Will they have any other follow-up? No. Ming was off to the side there, trying to zone out the rest of the team with her orbs of damage. Here comes the rewind once again there on the Chromie. Now it's Harnock there in Lurk. He's diving in pretty deep. He's going to start to unstoppable his way out. Here comes the 99% contested point here. Deathwing getting kind of low. He can't be healed back up, so he's going to try to get out, but he's going to fall down as well. And I think that means Lurk Patrol is going to end up losing this objective, but we'll find out. Maybe they can turn it, because Pro is kind of weak here. They're backing up, but it's the Anduin W heals coming in clutch. Be able to heal up the whole team there. They have a Ming here on the side of Lurk Patrol. They always have the option to just kill everything in a split second, but they're getting kind of low here, and Ming's gonna fall. That's gonna secure this entire first objective to Pro. Phoenix Rising Onyx. Ariel's gonna move up top, grab up some of these orbs. Never mind. Not hand over those orbs. Deathwing flew up and has already landed. Now we see the wall. Does not want to see the wall. Show me this minion. That minion's dead. Show me this one. Alright, there we go. It's just kind of like a DPS build right now coming out from Deathwing. We haven't really seen much more of his talents. It's kind of like a version of the W build, but it's supposed to be more consistent against burst. Sometimes when you're not able to build up the burning aura that much against the enemy team. At least that's how I view this 4 on Deathwing. if they can chunk you for, like, if they have like a bullet or something, then this is the 1-2 I do. Otherwise, I usually don't. For a little bit more sustain. But who knows? There's not really like, there's not really an HGC to tell us or show us what builds the best or why. Deathwing's gonna let himself get chunked, but now he's down to 3 plates only instead of 4, so he has the bonus damage. As this protector's still walking around, they were able to get top well in the side wall, and that's really all they needed. Other than that, it was just kind of buying time. Both teams are 10s now. It is, of course, going to be the Resurrect, the Bellowing Roar on Deathwing. We have a Force coming out here from Li Ming. Ariel's a little bit on her own here, but she dodges the oil. Now she's got the Deathwing behind her. There's the Wailing Arrow, though, and Ariel is going to get rewound here as well. Now they're going to pull Sylvanas back. The bunker does not move on treadmills. And it is going to be Holy Word Salvation as well as Sanctification coming out here on the side of Pro. That's a lot of protective status they could put forward against like the Deathwing Ariel or Ming that they have. I guess Ariel too. Ariel can't do damage against that. Not that you were too worried about her damage really overall either. They can also sanctify the Anduin's Holy Word Salvation to guarantee it gets off the whole time. Being interesting. We'll see if they end up going that route at any, or if they try to stagger them out a little bit more, which is more of what I suspect. Instead of trying to greed out like the maximum value of one, try to get maximum value of both. Chroma up here going to go ahead and pick up another turn here on the side of Pro. Meanwhile, the top lane is the 2 off laners. They're just trying to double soak here. Brahma was able to secure that turret, and Gunny is going to take to the skies as Deathwing. He's going to use his Skyfall talent here, try to heal up and drop down a little bit quicker. There was a stun to Chernobyl from the Ariel. Now it's Johanna in the middle of the enemy team. The rewind going to go out, but it's going to be unstoppable there by Johanna. I wasn't sure if that was on her or the Ariel. Now comes the Deathwing stun. Not going to quite land it. Both teams are just going to walk away from this. Neither team really having a huge, well, I guess you had all the ults versus 3 of the ults, but it was all the defensive ults on the side of Pro. Makes it hard to engage into them. Gunny's still only at 3 plates. That's really kind of where he wants to hover, though. 3 plates gives him 25% more damage. As Pro's just going to go ahead and rip an elite support camp here. 13's picked up on the side of Lurk Patrol and Chromie. Chromie, of course, got to get turns at level 11. Here's not talent you normally see. They get half the bottom fort here on the side of Lurk Patrol, potentially trying to set up for the 3rd objective. There's the rewind onto Ming. Does she know to, will she jump the turn? No, she's just gonna walk away. Chernobyl here diving onto Actor's Ariel, but unable to have the damage needed to secure that. They're gonna tap up here on the side of Lurk Patrol, and meanwhile, Lurk was still double soaking. Slight XP lead going over to Lurk Patrol, and now it's the Lurk who's going to just ghost walkie out. He went for a walkie walk. Only he had a puppy to walk. Puppies deserve more walks. When this is over, go walk your dogs. Alright, so now Lurk Patrol is going to go ahead and finish off this bottom fort here. Anduin's by himself right now. Lurk is able to zone out 1, 2 the tanks as well with Ariel. There's Sylvanas. They were able to get the fort here, so now they have 14, and they have a potential win condition set up here. Unfortunately, it did give Chromie time to set up this wall of hourglasses, saying, yeah, I dare you to engage on me. You can't. You won't. Steps off and on and off and on the objective here. Looks like Chernobyl wants to be the one to swap out there with Chromie. The bucket hand misses from Lurk. He's going to be the only one hit by these hourglasses. Now they're gone. The gate itself is down. Now the Deathwing is going to try to Q down the fort as well, trying to get a little bit more XP here on this side. If they get the 15, at least they can have some extra like health and damage number bonuses here on the side. Lurk Patrol, as the teams are engaging, they're going to find FPS here in the back. Here comes the Entomb, but it's going to be the bunker, as well as Holy Word Salvation. The rewind is going to go out onto the Yorick, who's getting kind of low. Gunny there is the one in trouble, though. TYRAEL's going to be the first to fall, followed by Deathwing and Leoric. Now the teams are going to back off and reset 2-for-1 in favor of the Pro here. Ooh, the damage there barely hitting that cannon instead of Blaze. They're trying to maybe push in enough that they could res someone. Can they res? How does this work? Oh, so Ariel reses from the ghost of Lurk, not actually from his death location. That's interesting. So that's kind of like a free res in bad situations, because he can just back up and get res for free. He's going to move forward now. He is Wraithwatch build here on the side of Lurk, able to decrease damage dealt by enemies by 50% for 4 seconds whenever he touches them in Wraithwatch form. 60% now on the side of the objective for Lurk Patrol. 99 on the side of Pro. So really this next fight will be determining who gets this objective, which means who gets to kill the next fort of the game. As they're going to go ahead and engage up, here comes the Deathwing dropping down on top of them as well. Blessed Shield and Entomb, but it's going to be, a lot of it's going to be negated by the Sanctification. But there comes the horrified bellowing roar coming out from Deathwing. Leo is getting kind of low as well. They do not have the res for another 28 seconds. Leo's going to be the first to fall. Ector's in trouble as he's kind of zoned out in the backline. Gunny's getting low as well and unable to get healed by his teammates, because that's the point of Deathwing. Holy Word Salvation going to be interrupted by the pool there of Johanna trying to keep it on and just zone it off. But the bunker DPS coming out from Endo and Blaze is going to be enough to zone them out. And this objective is also going to go over to the side of Pro. Ector's going to step up there potentially by himself, but he's going to be able to have that level 16 piercing lash stun out 2 members of Pro. Now this Pro will go for core here. Pro is definitely going to push up and go for core. I don't know where Blaze is going. Maybe they don't feel comfortable doing it this time. We're only on the second objective. We're already at level 16. Normally it's usually like 16, 20, depending on how fast the objectives go. I don't know. Still feels a little early. I feel like normally you get this at 13. Both teams took it to 99%. They're going to go ahead and secure that fort here. Now Blaze is going to move back up. Are they going to go for core? That's really been what their playstyle has been here on Pro. Looks like they're going to instead opt to go for more forts and keeps. They're going to push back Lurk here so he doesn't drain out the Protector a little bit. Swanus is going to head to the bot lane here, but so is Deathwing. Deathwing also not full health. He's barely over his 4-plate threshold. He's going to go ahead and queue down the wave here, but it is a Sylvanas. Does she have passive? There it is. Now the Protector's here. It's already done to 18%. Took a lot of chip damage on its way down. 26 seconds left on it, but really just going to burn itself out of health before anything. 5% left on it. It's going to be drained away here. Do they have the Entomb option? They do have Entomb, but here's the bunker already coming out on the side of Pro, and both teams are just going to look like they're going to disengage from this. Yeah. Instead, they're going to fight over the turn camp here on the side. There is an hourglass here, but there was an hourglass higher up. Ariel is in the hourglass, but she's going to keep walking on and off. There's a lot of damage coming out from Ace here on the side. There just goes the Sanctification. But Deathwing's just staying on the point. You can't pull him off. There just goes the TYRAEL. He's going to be the next to fall, but here comes the Entomb. Holy Word Salvation going out, and the damage from the TYRAEL bomb going to actually land on quite a few. The big Wailing Arrow as well, and that's going to be a winning fight for Pro. The big Wailing Arrow onto the clumped members of Lurk Patrol, really securing that for them. Royal Focus to pick up there, of course, to finish off Wraithbill, Mirror Ball. Ace had really good positioning, but the rest of the team just could not sustain through the silence there. Rather unfortunate. He had free damage from the side. They killed the TYRAEL first, but then his bomb just secured a kill for Bro, and then was able to just turn that around. Bro also going to go ahead and pick up the support camp there with the Endo and Chromie. They do have piercing sound sands. I don't know why I read that. Sound sands on Chromie now. So choke points like that are just going to go heavy Pro now in favor. Looks like they're going to both pick up their siege camps here. I don't know why I'm focusing the camera so much on their patrol. Let's show some Pro here. Let's see what Pro's up to. A lot of wave clear. 132 stacks on Sylvanas currently for that W quest. Phoenix Rising Onyx looking for the quick 2-0 victory. Meanwhile, Lurk Patrol looking to start their reverse sweep line. And Pro's going to move down. We're going to get the wall here on bomb. Can they get the wall? That's really the big objective here. Because the next objective is guaranteed to be this one. And there's the Sylvanas passive as well. Try to go onto the fort. Siege camp cleared out up top by Lurk Patrol, but they lose the bottom fort in response. Chat calling for someone to win already so they can go to bed. But both these teams really dragging this game out. 20 advantage, about to go over to the side of Pro. They want to avoid, conventional wisdom would say, avoid fighting until you have 20. But I wouldn't be surprised if Pro just said 19 versus 18, let's go. Never mind, they have 20 now. Bunker upgrade, Holy Arena, Live of Faith, and the Wailing Arrow upgrade. There's the in 2 months of Chromie though, but she has the time out. She's gonna be able to use it for quite a long time. It's actually like the longest ice block in the game. You're gonna go ahead and do some anti-damage Wraith walking there, but here comes the pull back onto Ector's Ariel. He's gonna go ahead and fall. Can't res right now because he's just in the middle of the enemy team. Here comes the Deathwing. Gonna Cataclysm in. He's gonna get bumped around by the that thingy. Holy ground. Don't know why I was blanking on that. But now both teams are going to start making their way down to the bottom lane. Here comes the Aura Resurrect, but they catch it. They see it. Blaze is going to go ahead and stun it out. They also use the time trap there, and Hector is going to fall down once again. There was the Holy Word Salvation coming out, able to give a quick bit of protect there against the damage from Lurk Patrol. And it's New York eating quite a bit of damage from the Merc Queen boosted turret. New York is going to end up falling down there too. Savannah's unable to run away in time. And it seems like this game is slowly... well, I wouldn't even say slowly. At this point, I'd say the game is firmly in the hands of Pro. They seem to have control of the map. They have a lot of the items here. They have, what, 1, 2 turns? Is that it? Yeah, that's all they have left. They have 2 turns. There's a turn getting some extra XP there for him as they're going to go ahead and pick up another turn here, putting them up to 3 turns. 20 talents are picked up now here on the side of Lurk Patrol. They could rush the support camp here on the side of Lurk Patrol, but Pro is moving up. They're only keeping Blaze on the point. New York doing a good job of keeping vision on them. You just be careful not to just die as soon as he res. Here comes the flight up from the Deathwing. He's going to use the Skyfall talent. He's going to go ahead and drop down. He does have the 20 where he has all his level 7 talents. Unable to stand on the point though. He's taking quite a bit of damage. Savannah's is down to 400 health, but he goes ahead and drops the turn. But it's going to be Anduin going to be the first to fall. Here, Lior getting low though, as well as the Deathwing. The healing camp dropped here on the side of Pro that they just picked up. Blaze is dashing forward, trying to look for FPS nade there on the Johanna, but is unable to find it. No one's on the point in the bottom lane, and Anduin's dead. They do have a light well here, so they do have a limited amount of healing left available on the map for them, and they've already used it up. Savannah's is just going to go for the siege camp here, as Lurk Patrol is going to have Deathwing take those guys to heal up. They need to get on this point. They need to start channeling in their favor. Sooner it's channeling, sooner it will stop channeling, and they could get it to 100% and go. This is their big break. This is kind of the advantage that they've been looking here on the side of Lurk Patrol. Pro's just going to look for maybe another fort pickup here. Deathwing's in this guy using the Skyfall to try to stall them out best he can. Talrashi's elements here on the side of Li Ming, so the extra spell power as she rotates through her abilities. It's like Pro is a camp pushing top lane, but that's not important. The most important thing is this objective. This protector is going to win someone the game. Li Ming's in the top lane! Li Ming is not Deathwing, is not a global. She's in the top lane. This is going to force the side of Lurk Patrol to back off. They are able to get out, though. Luckily, without even getting dismounted yet. Now Sir Noble's in the middle. He's going to be in Silence Entomb here, but the Holy Word Salvation is not in place. But they're going to go ahead and pull him out in the end. They were able to pull out quite a few ults in trade of just one. Li Ming should rotate down here as soon as she can. Like, Li Ming needs to be down here. Like, who cares? Who cares? Get down here. This is where the action is, Ming. This is what's important. Alright, Li Ming's on her way. And then that's when the big fight. So I imagine Deathwing will go to the air. Like, he should be in the air. Or looking to go in the air. I don't know what his cooldown is right now. He has it. He's actually going to Cataclysm in instead. And they're going to take out a big 4-man Cataclysm right before Li Ming shows up. They're going to get quite a bit of CC here onto them. Blaze is in trouble, potentially. Does not have bunker for another 30 seconds. No Sanctification for 2. They're going to go ahead and pick up Sylvanas here on the side. Anduin here, or Chromie. Chromie is in trouble, not Anduin. That's Chromie. And the objective here is going to go back over to Lurk Patrol. Deathwing's back in the sky. He's going to go ahead and heal up here. We're going to go ahead and click on a minion so it dies, and we get rid of that. And the objective is going to go over to Lurk Patrol. Lurk Patrol able to secure the third objective of the game. Third and win. Are they going to go third and win? Is this going to be the reverse sweep for Lurk Patrol? Tune in next time. That's the end of the stream, guys. Boop. Done. No. Alright, we don't do cliffhangers here. We always resolve the match results. Lurk Patrol pushing forward. Both the tanks are in the objective, but that's okay. Deathwing dropping out of the sky now. Go ahead and push down the wall here on the side of Lurk Patrol. They have a couple minions here, but not a whole lot. They need to be careful pushing forward, but most importantly, they need to be pushing forward, and they are doing that. They're going to go for the well. They've got 60% left on this objective. They turn off the building here. clearing out the minions the best they can. Deathwing is able to queue down the building. Here comes some minions with a cata for them. They need to secure this keep, and then they just need to be aggressive. They need to be aggressive. No, where are you going? Lurk Patrol, turn around. Turn around. You had 48% left and a minute on it. You could go. You could have pushed forward. You have Resurrect. Lurk Patrol are instead going to go for a fort. 22 minutes into the game, Lurk Patrol is opting for a fort instead of going for keep. This is... Lurk Patrol gets a fort. Lurk Patrol is not a do-or-die team. They are looking exclusively for the safest win they can get. They're going for another fort. Not for keeps. They're going for forts 22 minutes into this game. Alright, here we go. Lurk Patrol gonna secure the third fort. All the forts are down. They're actually up building. They have building advantage near her on the side of Lurk Patrol. But it's really hard for them to win team fights when all these defensive ults are up on the side of Pro. And Pro can win with one more good team fight. Like, either team could win with one good team fight. While they have this objective, they should have probably been pressuring core. Like, even if you're not actually hitting it, you could hit it with Qs, you could hit it with your laser beams, you could hit it with things from distances. Ah! Alright, instead, they're going to go for a turn here, as the Protector is gone now. Blaze is going to rotate out, probably look to clear top, maybe keep a little bit of vision there on the support camp, as it is the most important objective currently on the map. Both teams are starting to hover around it here. Chromie's pushing forward, but it is right next to Deathwing. The Dragon Buddies. Alright, here comes the Deathwing, going to throw out some stuns as well. Should probably put a lava pool there for dismounts, but not going to. They're going to back off from the support camp. They're looking for the other team to potentially be the ones taking it. Here comes the Hourglass setup, though, from Chromie, going to make it really hard for anyone to engage. They're actually just going to use Deathwing Q to burn it down. He does get his energy back decently fast, so you don't really need to worry about it too much here. Teams are actually just wave clear right now. They're mostly just like doing the early game mid-top rotations, but it's 5 and 24 minutes into the game. Here comes the rewind onto Ming, though. How much can she do? There comes the Wailing Arrow. She's walking out, able to stay alive. Even if she falls here, she's going to fall, but they have Resurrect here on the side because they have Oriel. Deathwing, meanwhile, is just in the middle of Pro, pushing forward, keeping them off. They actually have the res. They're able to tap here on the side of Lurk Patrol, maybe turn around now that they have some ultimates down on the side of Pro. Pro is going for the support camp here. They know this on the side of Lurk Patrol. They're going to start moving in. Here comes the Cataclysm. There's the Cataclysm, able to put him right onto the point, but it's the Holy War Salvation who's going to be able to sustain him for quite a little bit of time. This choke point is going to do a lot here on the side of Chromie, but Li Ming's going to go for Sylvanas here in the back. Blaze is going to be the first to fall. Here comes the Sanctification now as well. Sylvanas was dead on the side. Li Ming was able to track her down in the end. Ace is getting kind of low here. They were able to secure the whole camp here on the side of Lurk Patrol. The ally in Tomb coming out from the Lurk here. They can go. That's a 5v3 situation, 25 minutes in the game. Lurk Patrol is looking to maybe go ahead and end this time. Deathwing going to go ahead and drop in the back there. Minus 15 spell armor on the Chromie. 70 health left on her, but they're unable to hit her with anything. 90 health will actually go ahead and fall down to what I believe was an Ariel auto attack. Ariel working on healing up as much as she can, unable to heal Deathwing, of course, because that's how Deathwing works. They're going to be able to get a stun here onto Sir Noble. Will this be the turnaround here from Lurk Patrol after being behind by so much? There's the light wall coming out, trying to heal up the TYRAEL as best they can. They are on the core now, down to 80 to 76%. They're almost gonna. There's the big stun onto the TYRAEL as well. Big stun by that, I mean Ariel whip. 45 seconds, 40% left. Sylvanas is back up now. There's the silence on Tomb onto Anduin. There's the Wailing Arrow. Anduin's gonna go ahead and fall, so will TYRAEL. 6%, 2%, and Lurk Patrol is gonna go ahead and take game 2. We're going to game 3 of Lurk Patrol versus Phoenix Rising Onyx. Whew. What a game. Ming topping the hero damage charts. Chromie up there too. I honestly would have thought Chromie Sylvanas were the highest because of all the poke damage they can do. But it's actually Ming with a lot of it probably comes off of this talent. And then paired with the 20, able to do quite a bit of work. And that is game 2. An exciting match. Majesty is casting, aka Nexus commentaries. I know you're behind, but that's who's casting right now. Alright, so Pro has the option. Let's go ahead and sit up. That was intense. I had to back off from the screen to make sure I could see everything there. Oh, we're already invited to a lobby. Pro knows what they want, and what they want is Tomb of the Spider Queen. They did opt for map pick here on the side of Pro. And everyone's in here now. Yeah, there we go. I'm not playing for Lurk Patrol tonight. I've never played for Lurk Patrol. Actually, don't know if I've ever played with anyone from Lurk Patrol, even just casually. So, that's the thing. Alright, well, make sure to go get some water. You have a minute now. Go to the bathroom, get some water. Go on. Go for it. Wait. Maybe not. Actors in the lobby now. Alright, so Tomb of the Spider Queen, very, very brawly map, very small, quick rotations. This is a map Pro likes because they're able to just fight. Oh, thank you. Fishy. Thank you for the compliment. Signify I'm ready. I don't know about you, but I have cap blocks on apparently. I am ready for game 3 of this playoff series. We have Division B West semifinals. Winner of this goes to Coastal Finals, guaranteed at least second place in the bracket stage. Could still take first. We don't know who they're facing yet. That comes on Sunday at 11 p.m. Eastern. Yes, 11 p.m. Eastern. You Are Not Alone versus Double Kegs on Sunday to figure out who the winner of this match will face the winner of that match. And as you saw, it's anyone's game. Anyone's game. Lurk Patrol versus Pro. Phoenix Rising Onyx game 3. It's exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. Yeah, we're just waiting for Lurk Patrol to say they're ready. I mean, I'm not surprised at all that they need a moment here. That game was intense. It was like camping. It was intense. Alright. Ace saying that they're ready now. Both teams saying that they're ready. We're about to get into Game 3 of Lurk Patrol versus Phoenix Rising Onyx Division B West semifinals. Game 3. Best of 3, Game 3. Here we go. Tomb of the Spider Queen. Very, very wave clear heavy. Very brawly map. I expect to see Pro's gonna ban Gul'dan and KT again. I think they just let everything else through. I think there was more of just like they let the game go too long. And the turnaround happened. So there's the Stukov ban, of course, coming out from Lurk Patrol. We banned it. We won. We banned it again. Lurk Patrol has first pick again. So we're most likely going to be looking towards the RL. There's the KT ban. There's the Chromie ban. Lurk Patrol saying we're done. We're done facing Chromie. It's obnoxious. It's annoying. We're done. Not surprised by these bans yet. Phoenix Rising, I imagine this is a Gul'dan ban. Instead, they're going to ban the Deathwing, thinking Deathwing was the issue in the last game. This leaves Gul'dan and Ariel open, both of which pair very well out. So here's going to be the Ariel pick. Calling it now. Why are you waiting? Ariel pick. Ariel pick. Ariel pick. Maybe they're waiting, because maybe they're thinking about picking Gul'dan, because they think maybe Pro was looking for it. Alright, no, they're going to secure the Ariel pick. Probably talking about other parts of their draft is probably what it was. That's what I'm going to say it was. Lunara JOHANNA coming up from Pro. Lunara's not a bad macro post 4, and JOHANNA, of course, being the tank choice on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Now it's easy to see Gul'dan. Now they have Ariel Gul'dan, and it's going to be really hard to fight into them. You're going to have like 4-second windows to burst people, and it's really hard to burst people if you're playing Lunara poke. Lunara can build for burst though. There are the Q build talents, and there is the leaping strike, and you can combine them to pretty hard here. Our Tennis Band coming out from Pro. Interesting. Also of note, Pro hasn't picked Blaze yet. What is this madness? Pro, where's Blaze? Where's Blaze? Hello? Blaze was available. Lurk Patrol has the option to ban it now. Will Lurk Patrol ban out the Blaze? They're gonna ban out Anduin. Anduin has been basically one of the more contested supports here in the series. Ariel being the other one. Ariel banned game 1, picked game 2, now picked game 3, and Anduin also making an appearance in all 3, as well as Stukov. 3 supports appeared in all 3 games as either picks or bans. So this will be the Blaze pick, I guess? No, Phoenix Rising Onyx is opting to not play Blaze when they have the opportunity to Blaze. What is this madness? They are going to game 3 of the semifinals. Their life is at stake, and they're opting to not pick their 19-picked hero. Instead picking Lurk, which was also a denial pick because we just watched Lurk Patrol play it. We got some solid pickoffs there with Entomb. They also picked up Deckard. There's the Mothael pickup to try to pick off some of this front line coming out from Pro here. And the other option is Vala. They have Vala Gul'dan, but this is solo tank ETC against Lurk, against Deckard, and against whatever Goku's picking. Goku's the wild card, though. Goku's picks have been all over the place. He's done TLV. He's done the Chromie. He's played Sylvanas, I believe, a couple times for him. He's played a lot of things for them on the side of Pro. So this could literally be anything. And it's going to be Kerrigan. Kerrigan. Do they have... I don't know if Pro... Honestly, I don't know if Pro has enough damage here. Now, that being said, I do think they can kill things. But when they have the res on the side of Lurk Patrol, I don't know if they can keep killing things enough to keep up with it. Also, Mosh exists. Or Stage Dive, it could be either. Alrighty, as we're entering into Game 3 of Lurk Patrol versus Phoenix Rising Onyx Division B West Semifinals. We have Ace on Vala, Harnack on Mothael, Gunny playing Gul'dan, FPS Nate on ETC, and Ector playing Ariel. On the side of Phoenix Rising Onyx, we have Goku on Kerrigan, Kurama on Lunara, Sailor Twift on Deckard, Sir Noble playing Johanna, and none other than Chronovas on Lurk. Somehow Blaze made it through the whole draft. I'm so shocked about that. Alright, we are going to see Sapphire coming out there from Pro, Hold Your Ground, Fury of the Swarm, Sentinel Wisp. Oh. Swift. Let's make this a good one. Yeah, dude, you've already made it a good one. I can't type to them, though. Yana hasn't even qualified for it yet. Yana has not even qualified. Don't count your chickens yet. No, this is the match. Alright, there goes the big whip onto the Lurk right off the bat, but they're going to go ahead and put some damage there onto Gunny. Ariel's just going to work on healing it up a little bit. Blinds there onto Vala. There's just a lot of late game damage in this game. Like, Gul'dan, Vala, Lunara are like the 3 latest late game damage dealers you can get, with the exception of maybe Illidan? Just because of how strong he is in the late game? I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking of his late game on court. Here comes some Deckard roots, though. Gonna land on the 3, followed up by the Kerrigan here. Gunny getting low, but so is Goku. Goku's gonna be the first to fall, and they're actually gonna be able to keep Gul'dan alive as he's gonna drain a little bit, but he's gonna fall in the end. Chernobyl, they're gonna get out on Johanna, because it's Johanna. Now you're gonna have this bot lane here. I'm actually kind of surprised Harnack is losing. He's actually gonna dodge the creepy hand there. That was a really quick reaction time, but he is taking quite a bit of damage there from Lurk as well, unable to really heal it up, it seems. He's gonna actually use his tab, dives behind, dodges the bucket once again. This is actually exciting. We should have been watching this off lane more last game, apparently. But I guess it was the Blaze Lurk matchup, which isn't as much. The Wisp just dive bombing in, and it's actually going to be Kurama coming down here to the bot lane, going to try to force Heronic off. As Lurk also used his tap there as well. Unplug that real quick before it starts stalking at us. Now Ariel's coming down, but so is Deckard. Ariel going to come down, give one heal, maybe 2 heals over to Harnik here. Yeah, 2 heals over, and then just leave again on the side of Ariel. Now, Vola's down here. I didn't even notice. Vola rotated around bot, which is why they were staying so close. Now it's a 3v3 in the bot lane here. Gonna see who gets the siege camp. It is gonna go over to the side of Pro, as they do have Lurk there. A little bit tankier option. Meanwhile, up here you just have the wave clear going back and forth for both teams. Now they're gonna use the extra help that they have here to help clean up the siege camp. So it actually isn't gonna get much value other than no force rotation. Now Kurama's gonna move back up to that Liarna. Really, the question is who's going to go for Bruiser Camp? Well, team's getting relatively close to turn in. A slight advantage to Lurk Patrol currently. For that. I don't know why I thought that was Blessed Shield. That was just a cube coming out. We're going to miss. Now, ECC just kind of walking around doing whatever he wants, dodging everything. Gonna move up now to the top lane. They're gonna clean that up, and now Lurk Patrol's gonna move down. Just Lurk Patrol slowly edging out an XP lead. No one's gone for their Bruiser Camp yet, but Mathiel dies, and so does Lurk. That's a lot of gems dropped on the side of Mathiel, though. Lurk had turned in 11 already. The Trophy is gonna run down here and catch that 1 XP, the 1 gem. And now they're gonna turn in a little bit more. Neither team having the full turn in just yet. Lurk Patrol had it, but Mathiel dropped it when he traded out there with Lurk. Rather unfortunate. FPS Nate doing a good job of dancing around the Deckard roots until they time out, and then walking away. Johanna's gonna get a little bit of damage, but she's fine. It's Johanna. It's all good. You're gonna dive forward there from Goku onto Ace, but he takes quite a bit of damage. But now Chronovas is gonna reveal that he's in the bush. He rotated up here as well. Are not they're gonna kill the Wisp. Actually, there's still a lot of damage being traded here, but Gul'dan's the one in trouble. Is gonna be pulled in by the Kerrigan and popped off there. Both teams are gonna disengage. 1 kill now, 2 to 3 in kills right now. 4 minutes into this game, not like a bloodbath, but it's very even. They're trading back and forth very consistently here. A little bit of anti-heal picked up here on the side of Mathiel. I'm not sure what burst heal he was looking for there. Not really a lot of burst healing here on the side of Bro with the Deckard. Not like they have an ancestral or something, but anti-heal is still anti-heal, and it's still solid. Like, it still negates the HPS. And if you have Gul'dan tick damaging, like, it's not a bad thing to just let him do more damage effectively by mitigating the HPS that's healing up some of that dot damage. Now in the bot lane, we're going back to these two just brawling, but it's actually Gul'dan in the top lane being ganked here by the Kerrigan once again. Balo's going to run forward here on Chernobyl. Goku dodges the whip by not moving, and then Gunny dodges the heal there from Hector. Now Ace might be in trouble as he's going to get zoned out by the root. They're going to keep an eye on him with the flashlight. Now the Whistle's going to go out as well. They're going to dive forward here. Do they have the combo? They are going to have the combo on him from the Kerrigan, and he's going to go down. At the same time, Spiders just dropped here from the side of Pro. Do they have the heal timing? They will have the heal up in time for Hector to self-heal. Prog Rock is now finished on the side of ETC. He'll be able to heal up a little bit more. It's like having... I think it's like having a level 1 untalented right wing. I think is what Prog Rock's healing is equivalent to. Maybe a little bit more. But it's a little weak, but hey, it's not nothing. Now, he's just in the backline now. This ETC just kind of walks wherever he wants right now. They're kind of ignoring him on the side of Pro. Gunny's going to get pulled out by Goku from the stun, because he just wasn't far enough back to be pulled into it. Now you do have a turn-in available on the side of Lurk Patrol, and not quite yet. They're 15 gems away here. Level 10 picked up on the side of... Bye-bye, Deckard. On the side of Pro. They're going to turn in 30. This is going to be enough, so now Lurk Patrol is going to have a chance to do Spiders. They need to basically match. At minimum, they need to match. They're gonna get 10s, and this is gonna be the 10 spiders. Spiders at 10, and this is gonna be huge. Of note, summon an Ultralisk. Res, Fear, Reign of Vengeance. What will it be for ETC? It is gonna be the Mosh Pit. They are gonna be able to pop a wall here. They're trying to look at the ETC now. He's gonna be able to bump away and back off. The New York is looking for the Entombing Gauges here in the back. There goes the Fear and Entomb and the Ultralisk all at once. The Spider comes out, and now there's a pause. There's a pause. Let me mute the one Discord channel that thingy me. Alright, I'm still gonna mute. I don't think they were gonna talk anymore. Yes. Alright. Game 3. This is for all of Mars. They're in a best of one situation. Every playoff game I've casted so far this season has been ended up on a best of one. Which, I guess both of which were pro. Alright, looks like they're gonna start back up here soon. We'll go ahead and show what's happening in game because, I mean, there's a lot of going on here. He could look for the Mosh. There's some people here. There's a person here. Alright, they're going to go ahead. The Spider is going to clear that off. Alright, they're going to go ahead and get a tower. So this basically matches top. They do have to get the well if they want to truly match. But bottom Spider has already matched that up, and it's going to get some more push value here. Top, they should back off here on the side of Lurk Patrol. Middle, on the other hand, now that he has less rights, Mobfield definitely wins that matchup in a 1v1. But it's not a 1v1, it's a 5v5. There's a big corruption coming out there. There's going to be the stun combo onto EZC, but again, it's EZC and they have an Ariel, so it's not really going to stick that much. They were unable to get top well, but they got more value out of their Spiders here on the side of Lurk Patrol. Chernobyl making sure that Gul'dan can finish this quest as soon as possible. They're potentially going to rotate here on Mothiel. Both teams have a turn-in, but it's pretty tight. Lunar is going to jump in and out there with the Leaping Strength. They're going to pull back in. Now there comes the Mosh Pit, but it's going to be interrupted by Sailor Twift's long bedtime story. Chroma's going to get out with 200 health. Would have died if anyone was close enough to really start putting damage in before that sleep came out. It was awfully close. Awfully close. Lurk Patrol could opt to push down this well, maybe the fort, or they could back up and go for turn. It looks like they're going to opt for some siege damage here. Lurk Pro now also having turn in. Here on the side, there's going to be the pullback. It's going to land onto the Vol, who's going to then jump forward. There comes the Ultralisk out. There comes the Fear as well, able to split them up nicely on the side of Pro. Gunny's still trying to get out here. He's trying to land those the stuns, trying to keep Ariel up in energy, but actually the energy is coming from Vola right now. Sailor, Twift, Goku, and Kurama and Chernobyl are going to look to turn in here in the top. Alright, there goes the stun. Ector's probably going to fall here. Ector will fall. There's the Entomb though onto 2. Vola and Gul'dan both going to fall down as well there. People asking in chat, this is Division A, Division B West semifinals for Nexus Gaming Series, which is an NA tournament. So yes, both teams are NA. Boss is going to go over to Pro here. As they go ahead, and they're going to get Boss and Pro on their second objective. And Pro could just look to end here. I say that every time because that's just what Pro's been. Like, all season long, they were running super fast games. At one point, their average game time was down to like 12 minutes and 30 seconds. Spider spawned a little bit further out than they probably would have liked, but this Boss, Spider... Meanwhile, Actor's way down here. You can go ahead and back now. But you do have 13 versus 13. This. And there's the pull back onto, I can't even tell who that is in the middle of it. Mothiel. Mothiel goes ahead and falls. There's a sleep going out as well as the Entomb. What an interesting Entomb angle. Now it's Ace in trouble. Ace is going to be the next to fall as well. There comes the Mosh Pit onto Johanna. And, yeah, this is getting pretty dicey here for Lurk Patrol. But they were in this situation last game, too, where they were pretty far behind like this. Then they just, like, grinded the game to 24 minutes and then won. But there's the stun onto Goku from the Ariel, but it's not going to be enough. Ariel's kind of split from the rest of the team. They're actually going to walk over and resurrect the Vala. So now it's going to be a 5-man defense versus a 5-man push in the core. 60% down on core already. 2-man stun. It's actually going to be some people dying here on the side of Pro. 2 down already. Kurama's getting a little low. It's actually just a game. Game 3 going over to Phoenix Rising Onyx on their second turn of the game. A 10:51, I think is what I caught there. Yeah, 10:51, almost 11 minutes in the game. And that is when Phoenix Rising Onyx. We'll move on to the Coastal Finals. Phoenix Rising Onyx guaranteed at least 2nd place in this bracket. Will face the winner of You Are Not Alone versus Devil Kegs, which is on Sunday. And they have a week to play their Coastal Final. Next week will be a best of 5. What a series. Went to game 3 again. Then they Alright. We are gonna get an interview.
Holy sh! I came down to the wire there.
Alright, so joining us is Goku and Sir Noble.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Sir Noble.
No, you're not. I'm Sir Noble.
No, I'm Sir Noble 10, with no relation to Sir Noble.
Oh my god.
That was good. Holy.
Alright, let's go back to an hour and a half ago when this all started.
Oh my god, that was so long ago.
Oh,
Not
man.
as long as when you guys faced roll 1, but still pretty long.
Yeah, it's
Alright, so
okay.
game 1, Infernal Shrines,
Yes.
is when you guys started banning the Ghouls on KT every game.
Mhm.
Well, the first 2 games. You guys had first pick.
Yeah, we had first pick.
First pick. And you guys first picked Blaze, because that's your signature.
I mean, why wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So
Yeah, just if you have something to say, just go. I'm still trying to remember what happened.
we actually had like a 5D chest strat. So we were expecting. I think it was it high def game 1 playing offlane.
High def.
Yeah. So since she was playing, we were expecting to just ban the Blaze for once in our lives.
Yeah.
But that apparently never happened. So that was our draft strat. Everything else you saw was everything that we wanted.
And then the second game, we were expecting the ban as well, but we'll wait on that.
Just to make that known.
You guys didn't go for core when you won the second objective.
Okay, hold on here. Hold on.
Yeah, because
That was clearly that was because one of us got like doxxed or something. I don't know. Must have been.
You mean when Blaze just ran off to go soak XP against Sonya?
Yeah, reported by the way. Always report cringe, by the way.
That one, you guys just kind of came out. You guys did a 5-man invade on their siege camp at level 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got 2 kills, which kept you from getting behind on XP from the Sonya on the top lane.
All part of the plan.
We're seeing you guys left up there by yourself for another 30 seconds anyways.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, soak more, please. Yeah, we were actually, before the game even started, we were planning to invade that camp. From like draft, not even in the game. Like we're not even in draft, and we're decided, we're gonna invade it at level 1.
Yeah, our scout did a fair bit of scouting about camp.
It was we had a lot of information coming about the camps.
Yeah, so we planned a lot of our timings of that first map around camps in the early game, at least.
I will say this: I was expecting that, a harder defense earlier on from them. That's what I was expecting, but that never happened, I guess.
Yeah.
Game 1 was kind of a blur. I mean, I think we just I think it was just a win hard type of map, and we just kind of won hard. I don't know. Like
you
game
got
two was
ahead, and you kind of were able to keep the momentum. There was like once or twice when you guys kind of started to even out, and then you were able to win a fight.
Yeah, they kind of got the midpoint in the game. They won a Punisher. They kind of like evened out the map a little bit, but we didn't. It kind of just evened up the levels. We didn't falter, and then just next fight took it back.
All right, so let's talk about game 2.
Oh no.
So you guys had TYRAEL, Blaze, and Duin, all three of which picked their most defensive ult possible. And then you had Sylvanas Chromie
Yes.
versus Ariel Deathwing, considered the strongest hero. Followed by Johanna, Leoric, and Ming.
Yes.
You guys no early game aggression really from either team. No hard camp invades at level 1 or anything. You get to 10. You have a slight advantage because you did win the first protector. You guys have your defensive ults, and then you guys tend to lose every fight you didn't have all 3.
Yeah, we're really good at losing fights.
Yeah, I think a big part of that was probably me because I could not get a synced off at all.
They did a really good job of interrupting him.
I had more cooldown time from just a 10-second interrupt than actually using synced. I'm like not even. I will 100% say I did that because I think I got one synced off kind of near the end game and one at the very last core push. So it's like.
So you guys won every fight where you had the defensive ults, but every fight, most of the fights, the other thing that was common was if TYRAEL died first, you won the fight because his explosion would land on like 4 people because they were just so clumped.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a strategy. We're just like,
Feed
sacrifice
TYRAEL, give the reset, die.
And to be honest, that Deathwing was actually kind of weird for us. Usually we do fairly well in the Deathwing, but I think it wasn't the Deathwing that was weird. It was the Li Ming that was actually a bit weird for us. We can definitely say for sure we weren't expecting Orb. Like we were expecting, basic whatever level 4 into Calamity and then
Dominance.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whatever they want, right? I mean, anything's good nowadays. But we weren't expecting that, and that put a lot of pressure on our backline. I think it was top support camp you saw. I think it was near the end of the game. I think it was the fight that pretty much led to the end of the game.
Yeah, it was.
Where the Li Ming was just shelling away at us. And I'm pretty sure it's what killed, with Harnox ghosting there, he came in with Li Ming and just kind of murked our Sylvanas while we're unable to kill Deathwing this entire time.
Yeah, I couldn't stick on the point. It literally went on cooldown from interruptions 3 times that fight.
Yeah, that was a long fight.
That implies that fight was over 30 seconds. Because an interrupted channel is 10 seconds.
There was kind of the first phase where you're like pushing back and forth, and then the actual fight for the camp, which I'm kind of considering like the same fight.
And looking back on it, I'm actually kind of mad at myself for calling for support there.
Yeah,
Ace had amazing positioning that whole game on Li Ming. Like most of the fights was just across the wall, chunking like whoever he could aim at.
Yeah, like Ace's Ming, definitely not shying away on that one. That was good. Our strategy was pretty much just ban out Gunny, and for the most part, it worked.
Yeah.
So
well, at first we were expecting not to get the Blaze that game.
Yeah.
And then we got it, so we're like, okay.
So, were you expecting them to end with that 3rd protector?
Not really. No.
No, you didn't think they could take the keep and core, even though they had over 50% health left.
Not at all.
No,
I think if they go there, they throw the game because we just march through bot, kill the keep.
Yeah, we were thinking definitely
march through
the
top.
Keep.
Yeah.
This is the bot one.
No, I'm saying like if they take our keep and they try to end off that protector, I think we kill them and run through top and end because that wall was down.
We just pretty much stayed calm, waited for Sylv to come up, knew we were losing that keep, and then once Sylv was up, we're like, okay, they can't end.
Yeah, and we were kind of mounting the defense from the start. I think it was just, I think Chromie's burn on protector is just very solid.
Yeah, easy target.
Game 3. How are your nerves going into game 3?
We want this to be over. That's our nerves. We want this to be over. So end it. End it. Just let it be done and end it. Is pretty much where we were at. So I'm pretty sure that was our second. Was that our second turn in? That
Yeah.
we ended off with?
Second
Yeah, that
turn
was-
in with a boss ended.
So
10:51.
So staying true to our second objective
Second
for the
and
most
end.
part. Yeah, don't mind game 2 where we ended, or game 3 for 1 for that matter. Those they happened. Game 3 was actually it despite how close it was, because it definitely seemed close, but I feel like we were ahead slightly at first. Who did
You're actually
Who did
behind
we-
slightly at the start of game 3.
well, I'm not saying at the start. I'm saying like kind of leading towards 10. Is what I mean. My bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty dead even, and then you guys got the first turn in, so you got
Yeah,
10
we got our
first.
first turn in, and then we got some value from it. Admittedly, not much. So
I mean,
AWOL
it got the top wall down, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all that matters. Yeah, I'd say that was pretty solid. Got the wall down, and yeah, wasted our time doing that. But we went to we kind of anticipated them to go straight for the turn in right after. I mean, that's kind of what you would do in that situation to regain your footing.
Mhm.
And they kind of did. They did. Yeah, not that kind of. They did. I think we rotated for Bruiser then.
yeah, we went straight to Bruiser, and you're like, "Oh, guys, gotta hold this, gotta hold this." But
And
then
then
they
they
capped it right away. So
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to hold our Bruiser a little bit longer, but I guess it didn't turn out that way because they insta turned in. It was nice. It was nice. Good timing.
yeah. So then the
Um,
real big concern was don't let them get too much value from this when we didn't get too much value, which worked well. Then we countered that, got some kills. We're like, we'd take advantage now.
I think we caught out the Ariel. We killed Ariel, and then we landed that sick Entomb.
Entomb, yes.
That sick Entomb on Ace and Gunny, and I think we just kind of deleted them, which
Aren't you
Yeah.
glad we didn't pick Blaze?
I think everyone's glad. Yeah, that was good.
And we just had the perfect storm of boss being available, one person could turn in for gems once we got a few of them in.
I could have had this interview in my bathroom.
What?
It's pretty much just self-taught.
I mean, you guys had stuff to say. I'm just gonna let you say it.
Oh, fair enough. Now, what about you, sir? You got to see everything unfold. You got to watch me int many times. What about you? Where are we at?
Talking about me individually, or like
You as the caster.
me as the cat? Or I didn't know if you were maybe talking to me as like
Any
a player
bonus
of
you want
Yana.
insight on, or
Oh no. Dude, Yana's gonna lose the DK GG, and it's gonna be a quick GG easy, and then they're gonna hit you with a B train. Simple enough.
No.
No.
Yeah, we know
Should be a
B
good
train's coming.
Yeah, it should be a good series.
we've had some secret practice sessions with B Train.
We haven't.
B Train is getting real good just to beat you guys.
No, he's not getting real good. He is real good. Let's get it.
Gazmo number 1.
Stop.
Talking about B train or B med with Gaslight.
I don't know what I'm doing right now, to be honest.
Yeah,
Alright.
we're kind of riding the hype train right now.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You've earned it. 2 best of 1 series in a row that you've won for your playoff life so far.
Oh, true. We've gone game 3 both games.
Next series, I believe, is a best of 5.
Should be.
Oh, yeah.
Should
Oh,
be
that's gonna
easy.
be a late
You know,
night.
easy 3-0 against whoever.
Do you have
Yeah.
a preference which one you want to face?
Oh, easily. Easily a preference, I'll tell you that. We're not going to share that here,
Alright,
obviously,
yeah,
for secret strats. But
Alright, that's fair. I was gonna
clearly-
ask, but
yeah,
It's clearly Yana. We want the challenge, right?
we do, but we really don't. We
I know.
really don't. We'd rather get hit by the B train.
Yeah.
all
I'm
right.
expecting 10 bans in that series.
Any shout outs you want to do before we wrap this up?
Go ahead, Brendan.
I only
Anna.
have 2. Sailor Twiff, I love you. Captain Wedge and the couch, I love you guys as well. That's all I got.
Oh, you guys, by the way, Twitch has said you were kicked off the couch.
Hey!
When you lost game 2, you were kicked off the couch.
Wow.
Wait, was that
Okay.
Wedge endorsed himself?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, screw the couch. I only like Dan. Dan is the
Yes.
only
Dan is
wild card.
Dan is dad.
Wild card.
Okay.
You're the only one that's still in my heart.
The only one that matters. No, they got Vince then. Yeah, they got a lot of good ones.
Nah.
I guess shout out to Lurk Patrol. They put up a really good series. It kept us on the edge of our seats. It was so far on the edge of our seats that Kerma actually DC'd on that last push.
It's just so funny. Like, pause, please, pause, guys. It's like we won.
But we won. Yeah. Shout out to my team, and not Sir Noble, but Sir Noble 10.
Aw.
Shout out to Sir
Aw.
Noble 10.
Screw that guy. I wish I was
was-
Noble 10.
I think, honestly, just shout out to you. Thank you for casting. Not going to shout out that chat thing. Really good series. And yeah, whether it's DKGG or Yana, we're going to put you down.
Please don't be Yana.
Just get out of here. Get out of here.
All right. Shout out to everyone who came out and watched. Shout out to both the teams for such an epic series. I had a lot of fun casting it, even if it left me my vocals injured. I'm not gonna be able to talk
was it?
tomorrow.
A lot of screaming.
Just a lot of really fast talking because I always try to name every ult when it comes out, and when you have 10 people press R simultaneously, well 9 because Ariel's is obviously delayed. Luckily,
So I guess you didn't say sanctification much.
couple times. It's also really hard to see Sync when a Deathwing's standing on top of it.
Yeah.
Shout out to NGS for putting it all together as well, and we'll see you guys next time in the Nexus.